One of my favorite things is always when someone hasn't tried a fritter yet, and I'm at a farmer's market or wherever I am, and I'm selling the fritters, and the whole process of how someone reacts to the fritters. So it always starts off right away with someone, smelling the fritters or seeing the fritters, and it gets their attention. And then we always sample at the markets, so I'll offer a sample and they'll try it. And as soon as they put it into their mouths, they just look at whoever they're with and their eyes just light up. And it's always something along the lines of, oh my God, that is so good. My name is Kelvin van Rijn, and I am from St. Thomas, Ontario. The name of my business is Kelvin's Fritter Shop, and we make gourmet pastries, mostly fritters and brownies. The business all started back in 1989 in Amsterdam, Netherlands. My dad had been working for other bakeries for about 10 years and got some experience and thought he could do it all himself. And they decided it was time for a new challenge. So our family immigrated to Canada in 2001. Not too long after that, we opened up a bakery here. We started selling fritters, flans, a bunch of authentic Dutch pastries, and it turned out to be quite a success here as well. So when I was 14 years old, I started working for the business here in the bakery, learning things from my parents. I thought, I really enjoy doing this. So I launched Kelvin's Fritter Shop in January of this year. So we have been in business for 5 months now. I knew that I always loved business. Whether it was accounting, like doing the numbers, or just anything with running a business, I really enjoyed that. One day my dad just came up to me and said, "Have you thought about taking over the bakery one day?" And that's kind of when it clicked for me. He's like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Ever since then, I've just been taking my work here very serious and learning as much as possible. One of the major milestones that we have achieved at Kelvin's Fritter Shop is really expanding the fritters. When I first came into the business, we only made apple. That's the traditional Dutch pastry that you eat on New Year's Eve. I came into the business and said, why don't we make different flavors? And my dad didn't really see it, and it took a few months of convincing, but in the end he thought, okay, to shut you up, let's try it. So we tried it, and since we've made 11 flavors and counting. The possibilities are really endless with this. The dough could be sweet or savory, and I really take pride at Kelvin's Fritter Shop in always trying to be innovative and coming up with new flavors. Some of the different flavors are peach, lemon, chocolate banana, apple. We're working on some more premium flavors now, so we're working on a brownie fritter, cookie dough fritter, fritters along those lines. And when we open up shop in 2017, we're hoping to offer some lunch items. I have really just listened to other people. Being a young entrepreneur, I know that there's so much that I don't know. So just trying to be a sponge and really absorb all the information people give you, that's really one of the biggest things I would say that has led me to launching a successful business so far. Having my dad and my mom as mentors, I can go to them whenever I have a question and they'll kind of point me in the right direction. That's one of the major things. The other major thing is, again, something I've learned from my dad and applied to my business myself, is the quality. Especially in a food business, the quality has to be the best possible quality every time. You could have a customer that comes and buys something 99 times, but if the 100th time the fritter doesn't taste good, chances are they're not going to come back. So in a food business, the quality needs to be there 100% of the time. My advice to new entrepreneurs would be, don't be afraid to take the risk and do it if you're passionate about it, but also do your research. There's a lot of times where it seems so simple to just, start a business, but there's so much that goes into it. But don't be afraid to take that first step. So next year, April of 2017, we'll be looking to open up our first store on Dundas Street. So look for Kelvin's Fritter Shop, downtown London, and we will suit all your fritter needs.